the unacceptance of Bookstagram. I have talked at length about my frustrations with those that set a hierarchy against our consumption of books. Be that the shame of enjoying YA post 25, or that eye roll when you admit that 50 of those books that you read last year were audiobooks. Because of course, to listen to a book is not to read one. So now that we've told half of the reading population that they're no good, and discouraged the rest of the population from even attempting to read a book, while we coo into our latest blend of bookish tea, shall we continue to talk about how wonderful the bookish community is? We are a collection of people joined together by our mutual love of reading. That's about it. We love books, the written word, novels, short stories, whatever your jam. There's a corner of the Bookstagram community for you. But is that actually true? We advertise acceptance and inclusivity. And let's face it, on face value, you'd assume we're those kids who sat alone at the lunch table, a book in one hand and hoping that our spoon doesn't miss our mouth with the other. And I'd really like to be part of this inclusive community, the one that invites new members into its fold and encourages diversity in every aspect. It's not just about ensuring that you read a diverse selection of books, that you promote body positivity in your reading selection, or people of colour in your author choices. Although these are incredibly important and worthwhile endeavours, surely this should also include the readers that you support. Those readers who don't read a lot, who've never read a classic, or in fact read classics but don't understand your YA. I know, me neither. The benefit of an online community is that you surround yourself with people from all different backgrounds and corners of the world. And when this community is your online book club, this is even more important. The conversation soars with differing viewpoints and backgrounds, offering different experiences on a topic. My concern of late is that the bookish community has become even more segregated and pigeonholed. We know the books that are going to be discussed on release day, or those that we're going to slate for being all about the hype. We know that if you post a book on a flat lay rather than side on, you'll probably receive twice the amount of likes because, oh my god, that aesthetic is goals. And I know this is all super negative. I completely understand that. But occasionally we need to take a reality check as a community and address the dead end that we've stuck ourselves in. We're all so obsessed with numbers these days that Bookstagram has become a rotating wheel of beige flat lays and swirling whipped cream lattes and the same YA books stuck on repeat. I know this to be true because I've been perpetuating the issue for months. Fearful of the reaction, I stuck to the same formula that I knew to work. If I continued to post flat lay, side on, flat lay, side on, flat lay, side on, flat lay, side on, with the same orange tones and identical props, I'd continue to grow at the really astonishing rate that I got to of 1,500 to 2,000 people a week in autumn of last year. But there's only so long that this can continue. And I'm really praying for the bubble to burst. I want inclusivity, not dictated diversity that book publishers tell us is the minority book of the year. I want to use Instagram as a recommendation platform again, not just a plethora of photographs showing my new read in slightly different angles. I want Sock Sunday with hairy legs and with hairless legs because it's totally cool to have both. And I want a cracked spine because it's damn near impossible to read without getting one. And most importantly, I want opinions and discussions with difference, without the fear of the bookish police storming down your doors to shut you up and tell you that you're wrong. Okay, that one's a little over the top. I've never seen that happen. But I have seen smaller accounts taking a back seat in discussions because their follow count dictates their level of authority, even if it's just subconsciously. My new theme was the first step in my decision to tackle the lack of change in Bookstagram. And I hope you can join me in this fight, because Bookstagram is incredible. It's a beautiful expression of our love of books and our creativity as a community. So let's not obsess about recreating what's been done before, or what we know to be accepted by the majority. Let's put ourselves out there, enjoy the creative process, and take pride in finding those lesser known reads that may be a little less obvious to the masses. In the words of Dumbledore, differences of habit and language are nothing at all if our aims are identical and our hearts are open.